So this is organic chemistry pop quiz 1. Uh, Propane and propene both react with chlorine when a molecule of a propane, which is C3H8, react with the chlorine in the presence of ultraviolet light. One atom of a hydrogen is replaced by one atom of a chlorine. State the term given to the reaction in which one atom is replaced by another. So what we call, you can annotate on the screen as well if you want to. So what we call in which atom or a group of atom replaces each other. So we call that as substitution. State the purpose of the ultraviolet light, because ultraviolet light will break the bond of the chlorine molecule. And we can also say it is you provide energy, or because it provide energy to start a reaction. So we can say it provide activation energy rather than provide energy is fine. But in terms of chemistry, the right term for a starting up the reaction, it provide activation energy. State the term given to any reaction which required a light, so we call them as a photochemical reaction. You cannot say it speed up the reaction. Here you cannot say purpose, because first thing is without the UV light, this reaction will not happen or occur. So ultraviolet not like to speed up. It's the main purpose of UV light or ultraviolet light to start up this reaction. Then write a symbolic equation for a reaction between propane and a chlorine. So prop means 3 carbon. When a propane react with chlorine, so C3H8 plus HCl gives C3H7Cl plus HCl will be there. A molecule of a propene, which is C3H6, is unsaturated and it will react with a chlorine at room temperature. State when a propene, why propene is unsaturated, because what is the reason for, because it has a double bond, or it contains double bond, or there is no single bond in the structure. There is single bond. HCl is not a reactant. It should be a reactant, should be chlorine there. Like the previous equation, it is propene, which is C3H8, reacted with chlorine, which is Cl2. Chlorine will take position of hydrogen. So it will give C3H7Cl plus H. So when a propane is reacting with the chlorine, it will produce chloropropane plus HCl. State why a propene is unsaturated molecule. So because it contains a double bond, that's why we called it an unsaturated molecule. Give a structural formula for product. What is the meaning of structural formula? In a structural formula, we don't show the bonds. Like, for example, say this is propene, CH2 double bond. So this is propene, which is CH2 double bond CH and then CH3. Now, when a chlorine is added, because addition reaction will happen when so the double bond will break, one chlorine added to first carbon, another chlorine added to the second carbon. So the structure of a product, it will be CH2Cl, then CHCl, and then CH3. This is a product. But we want a structural formula. So if you want to show a structural form, in a structural formula, we don't represent how they are bonded. We just write them as a group. Minimum detail we show. So first, this is CH2. So we write CH2. This is correct. So we write CH2. Then next to the connected with CH2 is Cl, so we write Cl. Then next to that is CH, and with this CH, another Cl is connected, and the last one is CH3. So this is a structural formula of the product. You can draw other way around, it won't make difference. No need to, for a gap, you can show without gap as well in a structural formula. Propene undergo addition reaction with the steam. When propene react with steam, it will give propanol. So displayed formula of the product. So name of a product, it can form propane 1-ol, it can form propane 2-ol. So if it is propane 2-ol, then the OH must be attached. And this is a displayed formula. In a displayed formula, you have to show all the atoms and all the bonds. Whenever it's a displayed formula, you have to represent all the atoms and all the bonds. So this will be Ca, this is propane 2-ol. Prop means 3 carbon, N means single bond, and 2-ol means second position, we have OH. And then we will have a propane 1-ol. It can be attached on the right hand side or the left hand side. That does not make difference. So it will be either propane 1-ol or propane 2-ol. And these are the isomers of propanol. Like propane 1-ol and 2-ol are the isomers. You cannot mention OH together because in a displayed formula, you have to show all the bonds and all the atoms. If you write OH in exam, that is considered as wrong because the displayed formula, you must have all the bonds and all the atoms. Carboxylic acid can be converted into esters. So when ester form, name the ester form when butanoic acid. So first name of ester is always from alcohol and the second name is from the carboxylic acid. So it will be ethyl butanoate. Plus what else other product will be there? There will be water as other product. Deduce the empirical formula. First, empirical formula means the simplest ratio. First, what will the ester form here? When they react, so this carbon chain will take position of OH. So the ester which is formed here is CH3, CH2, CH2, COO, CH2, CH3. This is the ester form. But we need empirical formula. This is a molecular formula. What is the molecular formula of this ethyl butanoate? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms are there. How many hydrogen? 3, 5, 7, 10, 12. And how many oxygen are there? 2 oxygen. And you can also deduce because eth and but means like 2 and 4. So it means 6 should be there. And the journal formula of esters is CN, H2N, O2. That's the journal formula of ester. So what is the simplest ratio here? 6, 12, and 2. So when we divide all of them by 2, this will be 3, 6, and 1. So C3, H6, and O will be there. The next we have PET is a polyester. A part of a structure of PET is shown in figure 6.1. Circle one repeat unit. Which part the unit has repeated? Like one repeat unit. No, the repetition start. These are not the right repetition. If you see the molecule, like you have to circle a part of molecule identical. That's right. This is one repeat unit and this is another repeat unit. So these are two repeat units. So you have to circle any one of the parts. This is whenever, like when we say repeat units, it means we should get the same stuff. We have to circle a part that that is repeating. So first you have C double bonded with O, then C double bonded with O, and then the box. How these two boxes are different from each other. One is shaded, another one is unshaded. Means these are two different. So if I highlight this part and I highlight the other part, are they identical? Now they're identical. So means this is a repeat units. One repeat unit and the second repeat unit. So we have to circle this part and the second part. We just have to circle one of the part as one repeat unit, not two of them. Is it clear? Yes, in the repeat units, that's right. You have to answer depending on the polymer. That's right. Yeah, they have to be identical. It is very easy in addition polymers. It's very easy to work out the repeat unit. Just take the two carbon atoms. Like for example, if this was not a question, say this was a question, you was having a carbon chains are linked, addition polymer is there. This is H, this is H, this is CH3, this is H, then again H, H, CH3, and H, and again H was there, H, CH3, and H. And the question was circle the repeat unit. So how I'll circle the repeat unit? So this is one, just in addition polymer, just take the two carbon and they will always be a repeat units. This is a second repeat unit, third repeat. So that depends on the molecule itself. You can, so repeat unit, you just have to check that when you circle that part, the other unit is identical of the part which you circled. Then draw the structure of the monomer, draw the function. So we have to draw the structure. So how to dicarb? So what we have to dicarboxylic acid and diol, but we have to draw the structure of the monomer. So how we'll draw the structure of monomer? Like this is one part. So what we can do, the dicarboxylic acid, and then it will be a diol. So this is one monomer, this is another monomer. They combine and they will form. What type of polymerization is this? Because H and OH will react with each other and it will, like, they will be eliminated. So what type of polymerization is this? This is a condensation polymerization. Because in condensation polymerization, if it was addition, then the monomer should be alkene. So this was a pop quiz. One related to organic chemistry.